it started snowing, so I have a beautiful view of the snow outside my window. I get to go shovel that probably tomorrow morning at this point. So if you remember from last week, I had picked up some 3 acrylic skeins thrifting. Well, now I have even more of a coveted blue color. So my blue range is filling out. And I'm excited for what kind of tapestry crochets I can make with this. It's just Red Heart Super Saver, so nothing that special. I like it though. This is the yarn that I learned how to crochet on, so forgive me if I'm always sentimental about it. I also ordered some Premier yarn. They were having a little bit of a Black Friday sale, and I also was motivated because some of my points were going to expire if I didn't use it. I haven't investigated if that was just a marketing gimmick or if I still have points. The points hopefully will translate to some discounts in the future. I really haven't been doing amigurumi, but I do have something that if I have the yarn for, it'd make a great stocking stuffer. So I bought that yarn, should be on its way. Don't have it here physically. But if you're interested in buying any Premier yarn, so things like Parfait Chunky, that's really what I buy Premier yarn for. But there's so many in the range that if any of those are of interest to you, I have a code. So check out the code. Those are the yarns coming in, and I'm working hard to have yarn go out. So I have 2 finished objects. One is this Christmas tree applique, which is cute, right? I think it's cute. It came out a little bigger than I anticipated, so I might work to try and make some smaller ones to make to be analogous to a garland that I currently have of pumpkins. So I don't mind it though. Like, this is a great size, and I think there's another version that has a little star on top but a slightly different design. So I'll be making more of these because they're quick, they're easy, and delightful. Friends, I showed you last week. If you didn't watch last week's episode, I will link it in the cards. I talked about this caterpillar tapestry. Well, I was motivated. I wanted to get closer to being done. So here it is. So I also was talking last week about this baby blanket. I'm on to a couple more colors. This should be like a daily type project, like people approach temperature blankets, because I don't want to forget what the repeat is, and I'm already starting to think I don't know what it is. But I'll get back into it, I'm sure. So this is fun and hopefully also working up pretty quick. And then I'm also in the blanket mood with this granny square blanket. I'm using a 3.75 millimeter hook, so that's why it's pretty small. Well, hello. Welcome back to the Lizzie Craft Hutch podcast. Craft Hutch podcast. I am in the thick of it. I feel disorganized. I feel like I need a hard reset. But in the meantime, I have been getting some work on projects done. I have 1 finished object. Well, 2, if you let me count something I haven't done the border on or weaved in the ends on as finished, but I made this fun watch. It has glow-in-the-dark yarn and is meant to be worn. I hope it is not too big for a slightly smaller wrist, but this is adjustable with Velcro, so hopefully can make it the size that it needs to be. So I was really proud of this. This only took about 30 minutes. I want to make sure I properly get some good photos and put it in my Notion log. I use Notion to categorize and kind of keep track of all the projects I've made. I'm sure I've missed some because that's life, but the ones I can track, I'll make sure that gets a good photo while the light is still with us, and I can have that tonight. I have another whip. This is the baby blanket that I've been talking about the last 2 episodes. Slow progress. I think I forgot just how long each row can feel. But I bet if I put in a good solid few hours on this, I can make lots more progress. And I know that's true because, like I said, another finished object, if you let me count it, is this lap blanket. It's just a granny square design with purple. I hope the person likes it. It is another Christmas gift. So I just want to add a single crochet border to that in this same black, the same dark purple color. And then that'll be that. This is a very short episode. I did just want to check in, did want to say that, I just feel really overwhelmed. So if that is also you, feel like you've taken on a lot, handmade gifts, what have you, I just want to give you the confidence that you're doing okay. It takes time. And we will talk soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Hello. Welcome back to another Craft Hutch podcast. I'm super excited to give you an update. It is currently December 22nd as I film this, so the week of Christmas. And I have my usual, I have some yarn I have, some acquisitions, I have some works in progress, some good updates on those. I have 1 completed object, 2 I can talk about since the last one, and future plans, my stash down of 2026. Okay, let's get into what yarn I got. Let me start with this yellow. This is Premier Parfait Chunky, one of my favorite chenille yarns. I know the quality of Parfait Chunky is inconsistent sometimes, so I'm hoping this is a good batch and it doesn't shed too much. I have a very specific project in mind for this, which is a kind of Jellycat inspired sun buddy. So I have the yarn for it now. I think I bought the pattern. I'll link the pattern I'm talking about below. So super excited to work on that now that I have the yarn for it. I also picked up this Premier Parfait Chunky, my brain, Premier Parfait Chunky in key lime, though I swear I wasn't just getting key lime, but I also got a goblin color, and neither are quite the green I think I was looking for, more of a mint green ideally. I think they must have sent me key lime. I'll have to look at the colors and figure that out, but I'm trying to finish a very specific candy, a dango pattern, and basically I need a very specific green for that, more of a minty green. And this can be it, I think, but I already had it, so I thought I was ordering something I didn't already have, so I will check on that. And then lastly, I got a marshmallow color. It's kind of this, I don't know, almost like a dirty or a sandier light brown white color. I'd say marshmallow is a little whiter in general, but I'm excited to work with this. And this year I think I just really will do, or this coming year in 2026, I'm excited to really map out the different amigurumi projects that are a priority, the ones I've been wanting to get to the most, and set aside that yarn for it and really start making those projects. So it's all the yarn I've acquired, and as I mentioned, I really do want to be intentional about a stash down next year. So hold me to it that the acquisition section is more about notions or tools rather than yarn itself. Of course, if I am gifted yarn or I decided to spend a gift card or two on yarn, I'll allow it. But in general, trying to be much more intentional about the yarn I pick up. So I feel good about this haul. It was all for various projects. Okay, now I get to give you an update on some projects. If you recall, I am working on a baby blanket. So finally all the colors, are accounted for. I think I'm losing some stitches here. I am. Or am I not? Where did it end at? Yeah. I need to be careful with what I'm doing here. Anyway, let me try and show it to you in full. So yeah, you'll see I'm just now starting the white again. Kind of, it will be repeating. Here, I'll show you this side about some of the tails. I'm really proud of this, and it's just an adapted shell type stitch. I actually don't know what kind of stitch this is, but I'll link the pattern below. Okay, a finished object is this Santa beard. I think there might be some other like felting I might want to do, and imagine it is fitting a little bit bigger of a face than I have. I'm really curious what this will look like, but I'm really proud of kind of cobbling together a couple patterns to make this one. It's very seasonally appropriate, is it not? But like I said, there might be a couple other finishing touches just to make it safe to wear, and adjust a little bit of just fine tune it, basically. But for the most part, it is done. Then I have two other objects that I will insert photos for. One is a crochet tree garland, which is really fun, and now it is up already in our mantle, or in our living room on our mantle, and it is displaying the various holiday cards we've received, so that's really special. New decor for year after year around this time. And then I also made a granny stitch blanket, just kind of a lap blanket size that you will see here in this photo. So those are finished objects. A couple other works in progress. One is very timely. I need to finish this crochet stocking. It's just using the moss stitch, which is not really showing up that well in this green acrylic, but so be it. You live and you learn. Excited for this to work up. I only put about an hour, if that, into where I'm at thus far, so hopefully I can finish it tonight. As I mentioned, I'm looking forward to looking back at my Ravelry stash and my Notion database and cleaning that up a little bit ahead of the new year, and really clean out the projects I don't think I will work on at all, and get clear about gifts and thinking about my project plans for next year. So I hope to record a video soon of me talking through what my ideas are for that. Cool. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you have watched this to the end, please like, comment, go watch a couple other videos of mine. It really helps the algorithm. I've been on YouTube since 2009, so any way you can support me, subscribe, etc. I really appreciate it. Hasta luego. See you hopefully soon.